Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another video, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to title this video, but yeah, this is gonna probably be one of my weirder videos on this channel. But yeah, man, whatever. Let's just jump into the video. So fast forward, or I should say rewind back a couple days, and a friend of mine calls me, right? And he's fucking livid. He is just blasting in my ear as soon as I pick up the phone. Like, literally, I answer the phone, yo, what's up? And he's just flying off the handle already. He's livid, just absolutely livid, right? So it's like, yo, America. I'm like, yeah, what's good? Yo, you good, bro? Like, what's going on? You know, he's just on from 0 to 100. Not even from 0. He was on 100 on the pickup. It's like, I just came from the movies. I just seen that Fast and Furious bullshit. I'm just like, all right, so now I already know he's about to hit me with some bullshit ass rant about some bullshit ass movie I don't even care about. But whatever, it's my man's, you know what I'm saying? I haven't chopped it up with him anyway in a minute, so I'm here for the bullshit. I'm like, this is about to be entertaining, right? So I'm like, wait, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, this motherfucker Vin Diesel had a grandmother in the movie. And I'm just like, first of all, why do you hate old people? Like, what, like, of all of the things that you can complain about in a Fast and Furious movie, of all of the things, like if I go through some of the older movies and I go through the list of, like, the bullshit in those movies, the last thing I'm bringing up is somebody's grandmother. And he just would not shut the fuck up about it either. He's just like, this nigga Vin Diesel had a fucking grandmother in the movie. And I'm like, first of all, bro, you're yelling like the fucking gumball nigga from Regular Show. Calm the fuck down. You yelling and screaming in my fucking ear like that. Calm down, bro. Stop talking like Benson. That's number 2. Don't hit my line talking like a fucking gumball machine. That's number 2. And number 3, why the hell do you hate old ladies so much, bro? Like, why do you hate old people so fucking much that you're spazzing out on the phone? And you probably in public, because I'm pretty sure he was still at the movies. Like, he just came from the movie, so he probably was, like, still in public screaming about some grandmother and shit in the middle of public with people around him and shit on the phone, screaming about grandmothers and shit. Like, you know how crazy you probably look? So he's like, this nigga Vin Diesel had a grandmother in a movie. And I'm just like, yo, bro, yo, say that one more time and me and you are going to have a problem. Because you're still not explaining to me what the issue is with there being a grandmother in the movie. So he's like, this nigga Vin Diesel is almost 60 years old and he has a grandmother in the movie. And now, the first thing that popped into my head is like, yo, Vin Diesel's 60 years old? God damn. Like, I'm getting old and Vin Diesel's getting old. I'm like, God damn, 60? So then after that, it kind of registered, you know, kind of what he was trying to say. I still really wasn't picking it up because I'm just like, well, he can't have a fucking grandmother in this fictional movie? Like, nigga, they drove a car into space and you're complaining about a 60-year-old man having a fucking grandmother? They drove a car into space, my nigga. Into space. You hear what I'm saying? They drove a car into space. I didn't even see that movie, but I'm pretty sure I seen the trailer and somebody was driving a fucking car in space, bro. I'm just wondering, like, the who was around that table while they was writing this fucking script, and they were like, yeah, man, and then they drove the car into space and they were just like, yeah, yo, beautiful, perfect, printed out, that's our script. They drove a fucking car into space. But your problem is the fact that Vin Diesel at 60 years old has a grandmother that's still living. That's your issue with the Fast and Furious series. Like, I don't know, man. But him saying that, again, like I said, I still didn't get why he was complaining or bitching. But me being me, that shit started jogging my fucking noggin. I'm not going to lie to you. So now I start doing the math, and I'm just like, all right, well, if he's 60, all right, let's say his grandmother had his mother when she was fairly young. Let's say she had her at 15, right? And then let's say his mother had her when she was 15. So his grandmother was 30 when he was born, and his mother was 15. So I'm like, right? So that would put Vin Diesel. I mean, my math might be a little off. I don't know, man. My math ain't my strong suit. But that would make, like, at 60, that would put Vin Diesel, what? If his mother is at 30, that would put her at, what, 30, right? Now, that would put her at 60 when he's 30. So that would put her at 90 when he's 60, right? That would put, because his grandmother would be 30 years older than him. So that would put him at 60. That would put his grandmother at 90. That would put his mother at, what, 75? So, you know, if my math is math, I don't know. I'm a little slow when it comes to math. But I'm like, that would put her, you know, roughly, if they had kids, that's if they had kids young like that. I'm not saying that they both got pregnant at 15, but I'm saying on the younger side of 15, 16, if they both got pregnant and had kids at 15, that's not unreasonable. That's you know, a grandmother being 90. My grandmother is 75, 76. You know, and my mother is 55, 56. So that's not unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? That's not unreasonable by any means for Vin Diesel to still have a fucking grandmother that's still alive that's in the movie. Now, here is my issue, because I haven't seen the movie, right? And I have no intentions of watching this movie either. I think the last Fast and Furious movie I seen was the one where they CGI Paul Walker's ass into the movie. And that was kind of just like, all right, what are we doing here, bro? Like, yo, the man died. He passed. You know, I'm not about to make no Paul Walker jokes, because, like, I don't play with people in death and shit like that. You died. Let the motherfucker be. But to CGI you know what I'm saying? Like, to CGI a man into a movie, yo, like, just, like, I get it. They wanted to, you know, it's partly his series. It's his, I don't want to say it's his life work, but it's one of the movies or series that he's mostly widely, you know, famed for being in and helping, you know, be so great or whatever. Well, great is subjective, but he's the reason why Fast and Furious is Fast and Furious, because everybody knows Paul Walker, and Paul Walker was the main character, you know what I'm saying, before he passed away and Vin Diesel kind of took over and kind of, you know, shoehorned himself in as the number one guy or whatever. It was Paul Walker. He was, you know, the guy. He was the face of the series, you know, and you know, when they kind of CGI'd him in, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm not watching this shit no more. Like, y'all just went way left with it. Like, up until that point, it was bullshit, but you can kind of stomach the bullshit because it's kind of entertaining. Like, what can they do next? Like, yo, drive a fucking car into space? Like, come on. But when they did that, I kind of was just like, all right, y'all got it. Like, I can see y'all really trying to get to the bag. Y'all CGI and dead niggas into movies and shit. Like, y'all really trying to get to this bag. Y'all really want this paper. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, well, what's wrong with him having a fucking grandmother in the movie? What's wrong with that? Now here is my only issue with this. Again, because like I said, I haven't seen the movie. If Vin Diesel had a 90-year-old grandmother in the movie, and here's the one thing that he also didn't take into consideration in his like 30-minute rant of like just wilding on me about this grandmother being in the movie and shit. And he didn't bitch about anything else. His only complaint was this goddamn grandmother in the movie. And I'm just like, yo, if I go to the theaters and I watch this Fast and Furious movie and there's way more worse shit in this movie than Vin Diesel having a 90-year-old grandmother in the movie, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to take a flight all the way down to Texas, and I'm going to open up several cans of whoop ass, bro. Because you sat here on my phone playing for 30 minutes, complaining about some grandmother, and these motherfuckers is driving a tank on Mars, fighting. They're drag racing tanks on Mars, and you complain about this nigga's grandmother? You can't be serious, fam. You can't be serious. But Never mind the fact that he hasn't even considered what Vin Diesel's age is in this movie. Because he's just saying Vin Diesel's 60 years old. Like, he might be 60 years old in real life, but I don't think Dom, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't remember what his full name is in the Fast and Furious series, but I do remember his name is Dom because they're always saying Dom. Dom may not be fucking 60 years old in the Fast and Furious universe, Marvel, cinematic bullshit, whatever you call it, in Fast and Furious. He might be fucking 45 or some shit, which, you know, Vin Diesel vampire ass trying to play a 45-year-old or a 35-year-old is kind of funny. But I'm just saying, that doesn't necessarily mean the character he's playing is 60 years old. But my thing was, I was like, well, you know what? I would be okay with it as long as she was just being a grandmother. And then that's what kind of made me click. And I'm just like, after I got off the phone with him, I'm like, wow, it's Fast and Furious. So 9 times out of 10, she wasn't just doing regular grandma shit like baking cookies, right? Like, it's Fast and Furious. They probably had this old bitch drag racing a 4x4 truck, fucking monster truck or something. They had her fucking, you know, hanging out the fucking side of the car with a fucking shotgun or some shit. They probably had her dropping one-liners saying slick shit out her mouth. Nobody mess with my family or some cornball shit like that. So you know what? I could kind of understand, like, afterwards, after I got off the phone and shit, I kind of was like, yo, you know what? If they had this old 90-year-old bitch drag racing, doing donuts and shit like that, shooting shotguns, you know, popping people's tires with pistols and shit like that and drag racing, you know what? I probably would be fucking pissed too. You know, but if she was just the grandmother, oh, look at my babies or whatever, you know, they kick down the door and shit, yo, where the fuck is Dom at? Well, I'm not telling you guys shit, you know, and, you know, maybe somebody slap her or some shit like that. I would be cool with that. That's normal. But if you got her doing backflips like she's Blade and Black Panther or some shit, you got her on some Captain America shit, jumping out the whip with shotties and shit like the Punisher, then I could totally understand where he's coming from, where he's like, yo, why the fuck does Vin Diesel got a 90-year-old grandmother in this movie? But knowing that what we know about the Fast and Furious franchise, that wouldn't even surprise me in the least bit.